The snow outside, I'm sure.
Well, this is a treat, I will tell you. Having a little snow reminds me of where I grew up back in Chicago. So,
Okay, well, very
but
good.
that's the reason I left that area too, is because of the snow.
Well, we're glad you're here today. Please.
Well, thank you, Chairman and Ranking Member, for the opportunity to share with you my budget priorities for Florida's 11th Congressional District. Understand all districts are different in their own way. Their demographics, industries, and cultures make them all unique. Florida's 11th district is no exception. Its population consists of well over 200,000 senior citizens. These citizens rely heavily on Social Security and Medicare benefits they've earned and that they have been promised. In previous testimony before this committee, I've pledged not to change Social Security and Medicare benefits for those at or near retirement. I'm here today to reaffirm that commitment. I'm also aware of the need to ensure solvency of these programs in short, in medium, long term, and if we do nothing, Social Security and Medicare as we know it won't exist for future generations. In fact, the latest information we have from the Board of Trustees of Medicare indicates that if nothing is done to shore up the program, Medicare's main trust fund will be exhausted within 11 years. When that happens, any senior who's relying on the program at that time can expect the program to change significantly. The changes will be abrupt, they'll be serious, and they'll have a negative effect on the quality of life for just about every senior citizen living in America. To be clear, Mr. Chairman, it's the group that will include millions and millions of seniors who are already enrolled in Medicare. On the other hand, if we act now, we can keep the benefits just as they are for individuals who are already on the program, as well for those nearing Medicare age. It's important to note that if we keep the program just as it is for those folks 55, it means the full 10 years will go by before any savings will be realized. And when the bankruptcy date is 11 years out and the savings take 10 years to kick in, then we don't have any time to waste. Next year, if nothing's done, it'll have to go to 56, 57 and up, and the year after that, if nothing's done, we'll only be able to keep the program the same for those 58 and up, and as that as the trend goes. And to me, that's totally unacceptable. I've promised my constituents that I would do everything in my power to save and preserve Medicare for as many of them as possible. And the longer Congress delays, the harder it will be to keep that promise. I urge you to do everything you can to find a way that we can come together to save Medicare and to maintain its current form for as many people as we can without bankrupting the entire system. I don't envy the task that this committee has in putting forth a responsible proposal that gets back to a balanced budget. The decisions you make will be difficult, as our $16 trillion debt indicates. Those decisions have never been more necessary than they are right now. In my own experience as budgeting in Hernando County Sheriff, I had to make tough choices that weren't always popular. It sometimes meant scaling back programs that I myself started. It wasn't easy. However, those actions had to be taken to ensure that my office could effectively serve its core principle. I understand the budget that you're all dealing with is a lot bigger, and the numbers in the type that I worked as a sheriff of Hernando County, Florida. And I know the implications are far larger and more widespread. But the underlying principle remains the same. We need to cut unsustainable spending, identify the core mission of the federal government, and prioritize our resources based upon that. In my opinion, keeping our promises to our seniors, making sure they're able to receive the benefits they've earned, is a fundamental part of that mission. So I want to thank you again for allowing me to be here today to give you my opinion as to where we should go forward. Thank you so very much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, gentlemen. Do you have any questions? All right. Thank you very much for being here today and speaking out on behalf of your senior citizens in your district.
Thank you.
Welcome.